What is up, YouTube? This is Tales of Nerd. I wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about the new Tales of game that's being released in Japan. It's called Tales of Zesteria. Maybe we will see a release over here in the States. If we don't, that is perfectly fine. I will get it through Amazon or something like that and get it shipped to my house. I really don't care if it's released over here. I will still play it. I'm a big Tales of fan, and I would really love to see this game come over to the States. They just released Tales of Hearts R over here in the States. They left it Japanese voice actors alone in the game, and they just added in English subtitles, which is perfectly fine. That's what I like. Another thing is a lot of people have been wondering, maybe this is the Tales game that ends it all. Well, a lot of people may think that this may be the last Tales game ever made, but I think this won't be the last Tales game ever made. I think there will be plenty more made. A lot of people thought that after 7 was going to be the last Final Fantasy game ever made. People were like, after Final Fantasy 7, it's going to be it. And look where Final Fantasy is today. Final Fantasy Type O is fixing to come out. It'll be releasing here soon in March. I have already paid that off and will be picking it up in March whenever it releases. I have actually wanted to see what this game's all about. A lot of people have been hyping it, so I thought I might just see what it's about. But I'm going to hype up Zesteria. If you really like the Tales games, and this, that, and the other with those games, definitely pick this game up. Get on there on Amazon, look it up, get it shipped to your house if you really want to play this, because there's no telling if this is going to be released over here. And if y'all are all saying, oh, well, I'm going to have to buy a brand new console just to play it, I'm going to have to buy a Japanese console. No, you're not. These consoles are not region locked. The PlayStation 3 is not region locked. The PlayStation Vita is not region locked. The PSP is not region locked. None of these systems are region locked. That's just what Sony had thought of. They're like, why should we region lock these consoles? Nobody's really going to play these games over here anyway. And if they do, okay, whoop-de-doo. That's more money for the companies that are creating the games. In my opinion, if you buy a Tales game overseas and you get it shipped to your house, that's going to show, and if you live in the States or anywhere else in the world, and then that shows the company that you're dedicated to their games and that you want them released where you're at. That shows them a lot of respect, because they take a lot of time out to develop these games and make these games for us. And a lot of people should definitely give these people the respect they deserve. I know my Capcom rant went off the rails. Yeah, Capcom's screwing up and they're in the hole. But they're trying to come out of the hole with the new Street Fighter game that they're going to be releasing, and the re-release of DMC Devil May Cry. I heard that they're going to also release Devil May Cry 4. If they do that, that might help them back on top. Other than that, I do not know. But back to Zesteria. I really do think that if a lot of Americans that like the Tales of series gets into this and decides to buy from Japan itself the game, instead of waiting and waiting and waiting until it comes and releases over here, maybe they'll say, hey, these people are interested in this game, they're getting it from over here, even though they have to go online and find a strategy guide for it online just to play this game and beat it. They actually want this game over in the States. We should definitely develop it and send it to the States. We should let them dub it, slash, or keep the original Japanese voice actors and let them subtitle it, which would be a good, very, very good thing for us, because they released Tales of Hearts R over here. I believe because a lot of people wanted Tales of Hearts R over here. I wanted Tales of Hearts R over here. Somebody that I had known had bought it from Japan, and I decided to pick it up too. Well, instead of me having to purchased it from Japan. I had actually purchased it from the person that bought it from Japan, and I really liked the game, and I was hoping and praying that they would release it over here. They did. I was astounded, and I got it. Now I'm just waiting on Innocence R. I haven't really played much of Innocence at all. I've been thinking about playing Innocence again, but I do not know. But in other words, if you want something over here, you're going to have to participate over there to get it. Because they're not just going to give us everything hand and foot. You've got to show them that you want the product they are producing. A lot of people want Zesteria, and I'm one of them, and there's a lot of people that like the Tales of series over here in the States. I'm a part of the Tales of group on Facebook, and a lot of them have been waiting to hear about Zesteria being released over here in the States. A couple of them think that it may be the last Tales game, that it's not what they think it might be. That's their opinion. My opinion is this: there's not going to be a stop in the Tales game series. There's never going to be a stop. They're going to keep creating Tales of games, and if they stop, that's because we as consumers did not do our job of purchasing their games. If their games are bad, okay, you need to let them know. Tales of the Tempest was bad. That's why they're not re-releasing this game. That's why they did not re-release it on the PlayStation Vita. But they made 3 releases of Tales of Destiny. They made like 4 or 5 of Fantasia and 2 of Symphonia and Dawn of the New World. They made 2 of, well, they made 1 of Grace's F. I mean Grace's, and was Grace's F. They made 1 re-release of Destiny 2 that was released in Japan, and Rebirth that was only released in Japan. You never know, you may buy their product and they may say, hey, we need to release this over here in the States. Just subtitle it. Don't dub it. Just subtitle it. That would be something good for us. If we get another game like that subtitled. If we get Tales of Rebirth subtitled, I'll be so happy. If we get Tales of Destiny 2 subtitled, I'll be so happy. Because, you know, those games are very, very, very distinguished and very fun, actually. It's taken me like 30 hours to finish Tales of Destiny 2. It is a long game, it is very difficult, and it is not easy to find a strategy guide. It is not easy at all to find a strategy guide for this game. Tales of Rebirth, it is not easy to find a strategy guide for it either. Because just about every strategy guide is in Japanese. But everybody that likes Tales games, take a look at that and think about it. I mean, like I said, if you show them love over in their country, they may say, hey, these people over here in the States definitely want this game. We need to ship it over there. We need to give them what they want. We need to give them their own release of the game so they can play it on their consoles at home, and so they can understand the story. Not that you wouldn't understand the story in general. Okay? Now, with that being said, I would like to leave this video with everybody being as happy as can be. Because I can say this much: there will never be a stop in the Tales of games, and if there is, that is because we as consumers did not do our job. We as consumers must do our job to keep these companies on top. I am going to continue buying the Tales of games because I do not just want to keep this series going. It's because I love the games, I love the product. It is a very, very entertaining game and a very entertaining product. I love the cover arts of all the cases. I have every case, I have every game that they have released. There's only 3 games that I do not have, and that would be Radiant Mythology 2, 3, and Destiny 2 for over here in the States. And I plan on getting Eternia for the PSP. It's going to be around about $50-$60 for that game, but I'm going to wait and hopefully prices will drop. If they don't, that is perfectly fine. I have no problem with that. I will spend the $70-$80 to get it. But that will be a little later down the road. I will still buy the game. Other than that, with all that being said, this is Tales of Nerd. I hope y'all have a great day, and definitely think about what I said, guys. Japan will not give you what you want. You have to show them that you want the product. Thank you, and good night.